Why does the black man serve the white man? Why does everything the black man do benefit the white man? Why does the black man say freedom is doing what I want to do? And why is it that everything he wants to do enriches the European?
Welcome to the desert of the real.
And as far as I'm concerned, let me just clear this up. I know we've heard people talking about Rwanda, and we even said that we want to go to Rwanda in February. But Rwanda is not where our nation state is going to be. So let me clear that up.
Please, thank you.
Because everybody thinks that just because we're talking about Rwanda, that we've identified Rwanda as a place where we want to have our nation state. No, we haven't.
Right.
Rwanda is just a good working model, and someone that in a country that we admire, and a president who we admire. And for this man, I remember years ago, I saw a scene from Rwanda, and I don't want to say scene like it's a movie, but an actual newscast where I saw it was a picture of the ocean, and all I saw was blood and bodies, and I thought initially that I was looking at baby seals or something. It was actually people.
Yep, it was tragic, man.
It was people to this day that affected me so badly. I remember that to this day, how I felt when I saw that. This man was able to, in 10 years, transform that country into what you're seeing right now. Are you kidding me? That is nothing short of amazing.
Yes.
And then you're going to tell me, when they coming from conditions like that to where they are right now, that some Negro in the conscious community is going to tell you what we can and what we can't do, and you're going to take them seriously?
Right. Right.
Have you seen Rwanda? Like, if anybody wants to do a search, I mean, if Bell could put a link or whatever, or do a search on Rwanda, do a search on Kigali. Kigali, Rwanda. This was done in like 10 years. And somebody's going to tell us that we can't have a nation state?
Right.
I mean, I'm at the point now where we already know, like the converted have already been converted. We already know what the goal is. We know what we want to do. My question is, for all of these fence straddlers, what does it take to get you off of that fence?
Exactly.
Why isn't there a huge outpouring of people that want a nation of their own? We're still having a conversation about this. This is still an intellectual debate at this point.
Well, yo, you know what I always say, bro. I'm probably getting in trouble because I got people monitoring my spirituality in the chat room. But quite frankly, it is the difference between the Aquarian and Piscean mind state. It is people who are stuck on the way things used to be and the way things are now. And in reality, a nation state is so foreign to them that in their mind, they're like, it just can't be. And it goes back to your programming about Africa and really what Africa means to you. And you really have to only solve that yourself. You know what I'm saying? You have to solve that yourself. But your programming about Africa, what it means to you, what the people mean to you, you know, every time you run into somebody in your city that's from the continent and they rude, do you judge the whole freaking continent by that one person? You know what I'm saying? All that idiocy to me. And I wanted to say, to tag on to what you were saying, the two most heartbreaking things I've seen probably on TV in my lifetime, as far as a mass thing, is Hurricane Katrina and Rwanda. Because when I looked at the devastation of the community in Hurricane Katrina, I was like, oh my God, man. It was one thing, man. It was one thing for people to be talking about it on radio and stuff like that. Oh man, you guys should have left. You knew it was a Category 5 hurricane, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, brother.
But once you saw it on TV, you saw the devastation of the hood.
Yeah.
If that didn't move you, I really don't know. First of all, I don't fuck with you. Let me just say that. But second of all, I don't really know what to say to you, man, because it's like me being a person that have gone door to door in a lot of different communities in my lifetime, my mind resurrected the community that I saw that was destroyed, and it just depressed me. Because I could just imagine how many people lost lives there. But let's just imagine everybody evacuated, that particular quarter of New Orleans. Let's just say everybody evacuated it. Man, could you imagine the devastation of a person's property and everything that they, you know what I'm saying? Everything that they built in their life destroyed by that hurricane, and the flooding that was caused by that hurricane that was not covered by insurance. You know what I'm saying? And even if it was, let's just say it was covered by insurance also, how could you buy back all those things that was near and dear to you? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like in a house, like in your house, you got stuff that your dad, your mom, your grandmother, grandfather gave you. I use staple guns today on the job site that my dad used when he was in alarm school himself. Imagine that being washed away by a hurricane, man. It's just like, yeah, I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? But to me, I guess that's an excellent kind of parallel, because here you have white folks built Hurricane Katrina. They rebuilt the area destroyed by it in their image and likeness. And Rwanda, we built Africa in our image and likeness. And what that shows you is that white folks rebuilt that area with their infrastructure, but we're capable of doing it too.
Exactly. And it's right there. You have a real-time model in Rwanda.
Yep.
It's right there. So anybody talking about this, we can't. Well, then my question is, then how was Rwanda able to do it?
Right. Right.
And in much worse conditions than what we're experiencing.
Wow. Our sister LaCara Ward says, yes, my family was in it, past Christian, Mississippi, under 25 to 35 feet of water. They have nothing, no pictures or anything. Man, that is sad.
Yeah. And what about what's going on in Flint, Michigan?
Well, oh my God. It's almost like we don't even want to talk about that, right? Like, it's so devastating. Nobody really wants to talk about it.
Yeah. And the reason why they don't want to talk about it, because it kills all that conscious community bullshit. Because you don't have nothing to address it. Mm-hmm. What is going to be your go-to for Flint, Michigan? The white man is in control of the water.
No,
the white man caused the water. Like, come on, man. When are you going to take some goddamn responsibility?
Right.
Just admit it. You don't know what to do. How about that?
Right.
This is too much for you. You don't know how to handle it. So stop trying to act and pretend like you got all the answers.
Right.
Because I know I don't.
Me neither.
But I do know this. I know that we need to have some type of base of operations and a place where we can control policy at. That I do know.
Right.
Now, how we go about getting it, that's conversations that we should be having. And that's the reason why we have these shows. That's the reason why we talk about and we muse about our transportation system, and we muse about our educational system and our medical system and all of these other things. We're speaking this shit into existence. Exactly. If you don't believe and you don't visualize something, how the fuck are you going to see it come into fruition?
Exactly. And you ain't going to stop us from doing that.
Yeah. So basically, the resistance is telling us, yo, nigga, you can't believe.
Right.
No, nigga, you can't have a vision. That's what they're saying in essence.
Yo, son, I got to check out of here, but let me just say this before I bounce.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to bounce with you. I ain't staying on, though.
My brother.
If you got to go.
If you check the subject matter and the texture of our shows from 2015, 2014, 2016, it's a totally different texture than what we have now. So in other words, back then, we just was trying to get people to think that there could be a nation. And now we discussing the whole thing in detail.
Right.
I'm happy about that.
Me too. I'm happy to have an argument about it. Like, if we have a disagreement over our medical industry or our educational system, I'm happy because we're having a disagreement in the process of actually doing something.
Right.
We're actually discussing this because we can see it. We can visualize it.
Mm-hmm.
And it actually, like, I don't know who it was. I think it was Ifosa who said this, or maybe I'm giving credit to the wrong person. I'm not sure. But somebody said, by doing this type of stuff, this is what prevents civil wars.
True. Truth be told.
We're having these discussions now because when it's implemented and it's in place, then we know how to disagree and we know how to move forward. It doesn't have to turn into, all out warfare because one side believes this and another side believes that.
Right.
That's why I say you have to be involved in the nationhood process. You have to be there.
Right.
Don't be some outsider looking back, crossing your legs and holding your chin, waiting for somebody to give you a PowerPoint presentation.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
You can't compare to the status right here. Legendary worldwide, we can battle right here. Listen, Junior, I'ma tear back your wig. This ain't TV, but I'll show you what a fear factor is. Stop grilling me, and all that fronting is killing me. You leave me no choice but to hurt your feelings, G.
About to slap rappers around and bruise the game. What?